Welcome to yesterday's NBA news from the 27th of July, which I once again did not write down because I am rushing because the Olympics continue in half an hour and I want to get this out by then, which I probably will not be able to. Anyway, let's get straight into it. It's obviously not just NBA news. I cover essentially basketball. What I find intriguing in this section, maybe we will evolve into Eurobasket eventually if I do get into it, right? Who knows what I'll just let it happen how it will. And let's get into it. We had a deal. Tyus Jones is signing a 1-year $3.3 million deal with the Phoenix Suns, which we talked about yesterday, them still searching for a point guard, and they got a really good one on a minimum deal. Obviously a good deal for them. They now have Monte Morris and Tyus Jones. The size, of course, does scare you defensively, but in terms of setting the table, Tyus Jones has been really good, especially last year for the Wizards. He had a career year overall, and I mean, he's a dog. Obviously not sure if he can be your starting point guard if you want to win a title, but we'll see how that works. Maybe you need to have Bradley Beal as the sixth man, honestly, in terms of size, but we will see how Budenholzer and them figure out how the Suns want to move, but this is a great deal for them. Obviously, I think the Suns have had a really good offseason in terms of making the minor moves they needed to. The only question is, can the big three stay healthy and can they mesh together this year? Then Boogie Ellis is signing on a deal with the Kings for the camp, obviously for the training camp. He was great in the summer league, shooting like 54% from the 3-point line, so he gets a chance to prove himself with the Kings on a camp deal. Maybe he can make it. So there's that. And then we have the Olympics, day one. We had 4 games. I watched 3 of them. Couldn't get to watch France versus Brazil because I just had other things going on, unfortunately. I did watch, obviously, some... I did see a lot of things about the game, but I just didn't watch it with my own eyes fully, which I just have to put it out there. But other games I did watch. And Australia beat Spain 92-80. Jock Landale, Patty Mills and Josh Giddey, the big three right there. Santi Aldama was the guy making a lot of, doing a lot of issues for Australia. On the Spain side, obviously Sergio Llull, a legend essentially in Spain, did his thing, but Spain just didn't have enough defensively and offensively in a way for Australia, where Jock Landale's size was incredible. And he has been really playing well with Australia. Josh Giddey has been setting the table. He once again had a really good all-around game. And Patty Mills is just a big-time shot maker in these FIBA tourneys, right? In Olympics, he's just a special international performer. So that's a really good thing for Australia. I thought they played with really good pace, especially early on where they got off to a huge lead. It was a game of runs though. Australia started off really well, Spain countered, and then they went back and forth until I would say Patty Mills and Jock Landale really put them over the top. It was a really gritty game. There were a lot of charges, a lot of foul calls, especially in the first half, which was intriguing. It was really fun. It was not like chippy, didn't get like chippy quite that much, but it was a really physical game out there. So Australia obviously in Group A with Canada and Greece. So this is a huge win for them to of course make it out this group. And Spain will have it tough because Greece has looked really good. So it will be intriguing how those matchups look once we get them. Germany also beat Spain. They beat Spain just like Australia. Germany beat obviously Japan 97-77. Japan really did hold on until like the until middle of the third quarter. That was where the game essentially shifted, where they just could not keep up anymore. The size difference was there, the athleticism difference was there, and Germany just put their pedal on the gas. They started off great. It felt like they didn't play on maximum intensity, maximum level. Then they turned it up and they blew Japan out the water. Everyone had a pretty much a good game, right? Franz Wagner had a really good game. Dennis Schroeder did turn it up after a really bad start. Mo Wagner was great. Isaac Bonga had a really good game. So a really good game for Germany. They did what they're supposed to do against Japan. Obviously, Japan's best player Rui Hachimura let it fly out there. Was 4 of 19 from the field, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 2 assists. Hey, you're supposed to do it. Couldn't make them, but I mean that's why he's there at the end of the day, right? He's a bucket getter. I mean, he's not known for his defense, certainly not known for his playmaking. Rebound and gotta take all the shots. He just couldn't make them today. Some of it was obviously great defense for Germany. Some of it was just obviously him not making tough shots. I mean, it was obviously due to Germany's defense, which was really good. But if he got hot and made some tough shots, who knows what would have happened, right? But that just didn't happen. And Japan can hang their heads high. I would say they really surprised, especially for the first 2.5 quarters. But hey, they just didn't have enough. Still good showing for them. And Germany obviously gets off to a good start there in the group with France. So that matchup will be obviously the headliner of that group, which will leads us to France against Brazil. Like I said, I didn't watch this game fully. I know it was pretty tight throughout. But France wins 78-66. Wemby was doing Wemby alien things. He had 19 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. I'm pretty sure he had 2 steals, 3 blocks. Incredible from him. And from the things I saw from him, Jesus Christ, man. He truly, things you've never seen before, man. When you see Wemby, it's just absurd. Absurd. And Rudy Gobert got dunked on, which makes me happy. Makes a lot of us happy. So shout out to Brazil still. I kinda wanted to see that upset. I flirted with it yesterday in the picks. Unfortunately, didn't happen. So that is that. And Canada against Greece was a really tight one. 86-79 for Canada. They beat Greece, but it was a really tight game. It was back and forth and it got really close. Even when Canada had pushed the lead to 10 with, what was it, like 3 minutes left, 2 minutes left, and SGA hit an incredible step back, then they still came at them, and Greece did really well defensively, I thought, and they, of course, with Giannis being a menace, and he was hitting his free throws, which was a huge key for them being in this game. He was like, what was he, like 12 of 16 or 11 of 16 from the free throw line, and had 34 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and of course defensively was really good, so that was huge. And of course it was him against SGA. SGA did his thing. He's such a smooth player, right? 21, 5 and 7 on 5 of 10 shooting from the field, got to the line a lot, and hit the toughest shot when they needed him, right? That step back 3-pointer he hit was just so cold. And Canada gets a good win. Jamal Murray is still troubling from the way he plays. He had some moments, but god damn, what the hell is going on there? He just doesn't fit, I guess, with the team, which is, hey, it can happen, right? But it's kind of hilarious and weird and funny and whatever. And Trey Lyles was also really rough today for them. And RJ Barrett continues his incredible streak, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists on 8 of 13 shooting. He's been really great for Team Canada. So, really good performance from Greece. They all showed out. They all played their hearts out. A couple of shots go in and who knows what would have happened, right? Maybe a couple of more free throws hit. It's tough. But Giannis did all he could to try to put them on his back, and I think his teammates did all they could also. So it just wasn't enough against one of the favorites for the tournament, who didn't play their best game, I would say, but they it was not that they played badly, I would say. It was more about Greece really stepping up today, or yesterday, of course. And that leads us to today's slate. We have South Sudan against Puerto Rico, which I think will be a really fun game, actually. I'm going South Sudan. That's my pick for now. I think I just like what they have in terms of NBA players. I think they have a lot of good athletes, like length, size, the 3-point shooting. They have a solid strategy. Puerto Rico will have a lot of heart, of course, and Jose Alvarado is that man out there. So I think this could be a really down to the wire matchup. But I'm going South Sudan, and of course the other games in this group are Serbia against USA, which is the headliner for today essentially. It starts at 5:15 p.m. here in the Czech Republic, which means it starts at about 11:15 in Eastern time for America. So I'm kinda once again here flirting with the upset for Serbia. It's the first game for Team US. They have not been convincing. Bogdan Bogdanovic will be playing for Serbia. and of course Jokic is there. But I don't think it will happen. I think if USA falls, it will be later on. Because if they would lose to Serbia, I think that they would win the title or win the gold easily. We'll see. We'll see. And we also have the women's turn is starting. I'm going Spain. In Spain against China and Serbia against Puerto Rico. I'm going Serbia. Those are my picks for tonight. Obviously not as well versed in the women's tourney as I am in the men's tourney. It's just what it is. I wish I was in a way. Because I mean, like you've seen me talk about the WNBA. It's been really great. So maybe I'll get into it this year with the women's tourney of basketball. But there's so much sports going on with the Olympics, and of course tennis is happening where there are a lot of Czech players, which is obviously one of my favorite sports to watch. And there are a lot of Czech people just competing, and it's of course the national pride is there when it's the Olympics, even though I hate this country. Okay, whatever, I shouldn't have said that, but of course I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm trying to get at. Anyway, yesterday's picks went really well. We are 4-0 in our picks. Everything was predicted correctly. I even did point out that those games, Greece against Canada and France against Brazil, would be close. So I'm happy with that. It's not like I was bold, right, picking upsets, but it's good that we went 4-0 anyway. Hopefully we do the same today. And maybe we'll go undefeated the whole tourney. Anyway, thank you all for watching, thank you all for listening, and I'll catch you all tomorrow on Olympic Day 3, Day 2. We'll see if anything around the NBA happens also. Thank you all, be kind to yourself and to others, and be gentle with yourselves, and just be.